reporting for KD Chats here in downtown Toronto with comedian EDDIE PEPITONE. How does it feel to be here in Toronto?
It feels really good to be in Toronto because it's a nice change from the 100-degree weather in LA. I love the fact that it's overcast because it's gotten to the point where I hate the sun.
So you're staying warm?
Well, in this coffee shop, it's warm.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing layered clothing, and so I'm loving walking around Toronto. It's not too cold, right? It's about 45.
Yeah, not that
something like that. So yeah, I'm digging it.
Cool. And here we have some of your notes. Tell me how you work off of something like that.
Now this is one of my set lists, and this is from someone who. This is from Edinburgh. I did the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this summer, and this survived. And matter of fact, all these papers are from Edinburgh. I did 24 shows in 25 nights. I was in Dublin and then Scotland for a month and a half, and I never performed like that in my life. And I still carry around this set list, and now I'll take it out on stage, and people will just be laughing, and I'll hold it up and I'll go, folks, this is how an artist works. I am not one of the 1% that I can afford new paper. I am a real artist.
So the more committed you are as an artist, that should be reflected in how scraggly your paper is?
Yes. I always say that if you see a comedian with a beautiful, beautiful set list, he's probably not that funny. This is funny.
Tell me a little bit about the Dark Comedy Festival and how you came to be here in Toronto. The last time I spoke to you were in LA.
That's right. Yes, the Dark Comedy Festival is put together by a local comedian named Rob Mallieux. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. It's spelled M-A-I-L-L-O-U-X. And it's just a really funny festival, and I played it last night. Jim Norton was here last night at the Randolph Performing Arts Center. And now tonight, I'm going to screen the documentary about me called The Bitter Buddha at 10 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock, I'm going to headline at the Bathurst Center at 8 o'clock and do about an hour worth of material.
And tell me a little bit about The Bitter Buddha and how all of that came into fruition.
Yes, I was approached by a filmmaker named Steve Feinhartz. He had seen me on Mark Maron's podcast, WTF, and he thought I was a really good subject for a documentary just because I was so crazy on stage. And he said, oh God, I got to film this guy. And so I was like, you know, for me, it's flattering, you know, if some guy's like, I want to do a documentary about you. So I was like, really? And he also had a really good vibe about him. Like, he's just a really sweet, nice guy. And I think he did a really good job. He followed me for about a year. And the Bitter Buddha, which is my nickname because I've tried to meditate. I try to meditate, but I'm still angry, so hence the name Bitter Buddha. And that's the name of the documentary. And we've been going around festivals. It's going to have a wider release in February. It'll be available video on demand through Warner Brothers and Netflix and all that stuff in February. But for now, we're touring around with the movie at different festivals. We did Austin before this, the Austin Film Festival. We won the Audience Award at the Friars Film Festival in New York.
Congratulations.
A couple of weeks ago. And we screened it in London, and we screened it in Edinburgh, Scotland, and now here in Toronto.
And did he use any found footage as well, or things from the past? Found footage and things from the past as well?
Yeah, you'll see some of my friends who we interviewed had some footage of me, like old footage stuff, and so there'll be some of that. Yeah, not a lot, but some, yeah.
And you've been on so many TV shows, Two Broke Girls recently, you just did an episode of Community. Yeah. What types of characters do you hope to play in the future?
Well, I've been playing really crazy characters because, you know, that's my reputation, deservedly so. Of like an angry, unhinged guy. But I would like to play people who aren't as loud in the future, because I have another side to me that people don't see, because when I'm on stage, I'm ranting and raving, but I'm a very, I hope this doesn't sound pretentious, but I'm a very thoughtful guy off stage, you know, and there's a whole side to me that is not a ranty and ravey person, but a guy who's very introspective, and, you know, so I would actually like to do more drama. Like I was trained as an actor, and I used to do a lot of plays. I actually did an Arthur Miller play called View from the Bridge, which was a really serious play. So I would like to do stuff like that.
And you've been working in this business for so many years and have so much experience.
You don't have to.
But tell me, what advice would you give to somebody, a comedian, actor who's just starting?
I have some great, get out. Try to be an architect. No. I would say to anyone, don't try to be a star, just really do what you love. And for me, it was just making people laugh. And, you know, I've built a career around that because that's what I wanted to do. I had no other, you know, I wasn't a great business person, which is one of the reasons it's taken me so long, but I kept doing what I loved. And so, you know, if someone wants to get into acting, then they should really have a passion for it and not get into it because, oh, I'm going to be the star of a sitcom. They should do it because they really want to.
And where will we be able to see The Bitter Buddha in the near future?
We're going to screen the movie in St. Louis on November 16th at the Tivoli Theater in St. Louis. And you can also find out information about The Bitter Buddha at The Bitter Buddha Documentary on Facebook. At The Bitter Buddha Documentary on Facebook. But the next one is November 16th at the Tivoli Theater in St. Louis.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and all of your upcoming shows online?
At EDDIE PEPITONE on Twitter, the EDDIE PEPITONE fan page on Facebook, and EDDIEPEPITONE.com, my website.
Great. Thank you so much, Eddie. Congratulations. Have a great time in Toronto, and also another congratulations on your recent engagement.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto.